This morning, I did the terrible mistake of going on Skyrim community tab just to see what was there, and I came across this post by this guy called Sex Alarm, who asked a fairly simple question: is there a mod pack to remove all the woke content in this game? I want to buy it, but before I do, I was wondering if anyone's ever created a big mod pack that removes all the woke stuff, like the pronoun selector, which does not exist. That is not a thing in Skyrim. The red guards, DEI marriage, etc. So this guy, the restless ghost, came in to counter his post and said, low quality bait, try harder. And when I first saw this, when I just saw the top post and didn't see any comments, I thought it was just bad bait, but I'm not sure anymore after reading the thread. So he replied to that just saying everything I don't like is bait. And then this guy, I don't really know what he's on about. Amateur troll wants to go pro, you picked the wrong group, clown, you just got insta-blacklisted by 25,000 accounts. Do you feel that? All you do is bait and you've been banned multiple times for this. Can't go a day without saying woke. Even posted a fake trans coming out post. You're just a horrible sociopath who thinks people are here to amuse you. Bye-bye now. I don't know what he's how did he extract this information? I've clicked his account. There's like no information here. He's been given the gesture award, which I'm sure is for that. But I don't know how they find. He's only on this group. I don't know how they find these things out. So Restless Ghosts comes back, states there are no pronouns in the game. Same-sex marriage, hell, even marriage in the first place is totally optional. I finished Skyrim 3 times before I even realized you were able to get married in the game. Red guards are totally fine as they are implemented, and everyone else should follow the same rules in making a fantasy world. They're a different group of people with their own nation, culture, armor sets, and curved swords. There's no pandering about them. There's nothing woke or political driven messages in this game, and it was made with passion and care. Now we get the incredibly thought out response. I've seen a screenshot. There is a pronoun selector. He comes in stating that he wants a mod pack, but doesn't consider that the pronoun selector that everyone says isn't real is actually real because he's seen a mod. Or I think it's pretty obvious it was mod. I've seen a screenshot. There's a pronoun selector in the character creation screen. That is woke. And it doesn't matter if marriage is optional or not. That is also woke because marriage is between a man and a woman, nothing else. As for red guards, that's obvious DEI pandering. Isn't the in-game location supposed to be a Viking country with North European culture? You seem a little out of place there, if you ask me. Another thing I'm noticing is he complains about the red guards because they're out of place, but doesn't have any problem with the lizard race or the cat race or other, like the orc race and the human race, which don't look like North Europeans, the Imperials. So I think he's just complaining because red guards can be black, and that's woke, because he wants to pretend that black people don't exist. Okay, don't play it then. We don't care. Link said screenshot because I have over 11,000 hours in this game. Never seen it. It wasn't a Steam community link. Someone sent the screenshot on a Discord server I used to be in. I didn't save the file though. That's awfully convenient. Oh, Restless Ghost comes in with a huge dunk on him here. You know nothing of Tamriel and lore. You're not even the same planet or universe. There are literally cat and lizard people in this world, and you are saying they're Europeans? Nords are not Vikings, Imperials are not Italians, and obviously Red Guards are not black people. That's actually hilarious. As for the screenshot, that might be a mod. There are no pronouns in the game. And for the same-sex marriage, nobody makes a solution for a problem that doesn't exist, so you'd be hopeless in finding any related mods for it. And fuck. And the speed freak once again comes in. Okay, don't play it then. We don't care. Link. Oh no, this previous one. Okay, OP. 2 choices. Buy it or not. Play it or not. As I said, nobody cares except you. And then Mr. I Hate Woke comes in. Except even in fiction with absurd fantasy elements, there tends to be internal consistency, at least if it's good fiction. Regardless, they're obviously meant to be the equivalent of white and black people respectively. I genuinely don't get what he's talking about. When you mean they're meant to be the equivalent of white and black people, their skin color is different. That's just design. It's not pandering. Also, does he love furries? If he has no problem with the Khajiit, is he a furry? Racist furry? You have to assume, right? Except they are consistent in the Elder Scrolls lore. They do not belong in the snowy continent. I think that should be obvious. Ever heard of immigration? This is my favorite part. Yep, and it's woke. Damn. I didn't know the concept of immigration as a whole was woke, but that's very interesting, Mr. Sex Alarm. Sorry, mistype was thinking another race. But dude, the game ain't woke. The game was made before woke was a thing. 2011, you want the Starfield forums. Not according to Elder Scrolls lore, and now I'm out. Better talk with that brick wall over there. Cool. Woke existed in 2011. It was just under a different name. Always has been that way. Alright. When I said Red Guards implemented as they should have been, I meant by consistency. They have their own nation called Hammerfell, a neighboring land of Skyrim. They are not out of place in Skyrim, and every encounter of them in the world are well thought and reasonable. Like, for example, some random Red Guard is not a Jarl or major political power in Skyrim. In fact, the first time you see a group of them is when they're at the gates of a city asking for your help because they're not allowed in the city. They are travelers, traders, merchants, and adventurers from all other races of Tamriel, and they all fit into the world of Skyrim without breaking the consistency and immersion. I have played Morrowind, so I know the lore. Regardless, the only place they should be in Skyrim is in the Thieves Guild. In fact, it's weird that, at least from reading the wiki, there are basically none of them in it. Really, it should exclusively be Red Guard NPCs. It would be more immersive that way. This is one of the parts where I'm like, is this rage? This very well might be rage bait. But I'm not sure. They would fit in the DB. In fact, there is one, Mercenary, Killer for Hire. Sounds like it fits the build for that dude. And there is at least one in the Thieves Guild. And then the link to the guy. Just one, it seems like. As I said, it would be more immersive if it was only, or at least mostly, I'm talking like 90% Red Guards. So hang on, the race he's angry because the race he associates with black people is underrepresented in the Thieves Guild. I'm struggling. I don't know if this is bait. You know, what you are asking for is woke. The DEI, which is like diversity, equity, inclusion. Everyone is in the Thieves Guild because they are good at thievery, not because they check a Red Guard Nord whatever box. You know that, right? Here comes the slam dunk. Nah, it's based on crime statistics in the Elder Scrolls. Despite only making up 13% of Skyrim's population, Red Guards are responsible for over 50% of the crime, so it should be reflected in them appearing far more often in criminal guilds. It's not DEI or woke when you ask for them, their placement in the game world to actually make sense. Khajiits are also known as thieves in the Elder Scrolls lore, yet there isn't a single one at all in the Thieves Guild in Skyrim. Why? 13% of Skyrim's population, but 50% of the crime. How is a Red Guard DEI? You trippin'? Heck, I'd even go as far as to say that you don't even know what the backlash is about, but only see not white and not straight equal woke. The reason there is backlash is because of the constant browbeating, subliminal messaging, virtue signaling, and inclusion being forced into every game, not whether someone is a woman, black, straight, or not. Okay. If you think there isn't DEI, then you clearly have no idea about that subliminal messaging and virtue signaling they're talking about. Just look at how the Stormcloaks are in this game are portrayed. They are people who just want their homeland to be for the people who are native to it and who it should belong to. Yet from everything I've read in this community and how the game seems to portray them, they are all painted as xenophobic racists. Pride for your home country being inherently racist? That sounds a lot like subliminal DEI messaging to me, and it's also worked very well on the Elder Scrolls community discourse. Most people go with the Stormcloaks are racist narrative. Is this guy actually trying to make a connection between the Stormcloaks? I mean, I don't think the main point of the Stormcloaks is that they're racists and xenophobes. I think it's more they're upset that their religion has been outlawed and want the person they consider their rightful high king to rule them and to be independent because they're being repressed by this white gold concordat. And if you think that being black means DEI, then you clearly have no idea what DEI is even all about. This is why us black people constantly have a bullseye, painted on our backs. Heck, I don't even support the blasted movement and I wish that it would go away. If you played the game, you'd know the Thieves Guild actually has a quest that makes them make a deal with the Khajiit smugglers, i.e. working with the guild. It increases defenses money. I don't get why they're having this big political debate on the Kill the Dragon game. It's very funny though. What does that have to do with what I said? Yes, I haven't played the game. I literally said that in the original post. That's very obvious from the fact that he thinks there's a pronoun picker. Everything is just based on what I've read and heard from participating in the Elder Scrolls community, as well as from a Steam curator I used to avoid games called the Woke Content Detector. This cannot be real. Also from my experience with previous Elder Scrolls games. Well, if you see woke wherever you can look or want to see it, and only it, enjoy being miserable for as long as you can stand. I'm gonna go play the game for a while. Peace. Do you honestly have nothing else going on in your life other than trying to troll on the Steam forums? Honestly, honestly that's sad, and I hope life turns around for you. And then we get a huge paragraph from Mugiwara here. I've been regularly described as anti-woke. Skyrim isn't woke. Yes, there are red guards. Yes, NPCs will marry the player regardless of gender, but this can easily be ignored as per playstyle. But shock horror, red guards existed long before the woke movement. They came into being in 1994. It is good word building, i.e. Alikir, and the story loosely explains why some red guards migrated or fled. It's as good as you are going to get from Emilio's storytelling. If any part of the Elder Scrolls could be described as woke, it would be Vivek in Morrowind, but I would contest that the writing behind that seemed more like the writers were tripping. In answer to your question, yes, there is an infinite mod that deals with what you requested on a website that should not be named. I haven't based mods. But honestly, nothing wrong with red guards in the game. It is, as I said, explained and not there to tick boxes, 2024 style, i.e. Veilguard. I mean, if that genuinely is an issue, why stop there? Khajiits are furries, and Dunmer, my favorite race, are also minorities. Also OP, there are no pronouns in the character creations, despite your protestations. Why did you feel the need to use this big word? Bet used to be believable. That I genuinely can't tell anymore. Romcar. Cryberry baby, there is no woke stuff in the game. I don't think there are any major responses from our loser anymore. Oh no. 12 people calling this bait, trolling, a false flag, etc. No, it's not, and you're going to have to learn to live with the fact that people have different opinions than you. Moreover, I have said earlier in this thread, calling Skyrim woke is again based on observation from interacting with the Elder Scrolls community, listening to discourse about this game, and as I have said, I am not the only one who called it woke. There is a Steam curator called Woke Content Detector who noted this game has some woke elements. Here's the group if you're interested and want to look at their spreadsheet of all games, and you'll see what Skyrim is listed in there for. Use Control F and search Skyrim to find it. I'm checking this immediately. Let me see. Full list of games. What the fuck is this? Bloons Tower Defense 6 contains overtly LGBTQ plus messaging. There is a pride flag item available in the trophy store with a pro-pride message. Psy is referred to using they them pronouns. What the fuck is this? Okay, Skyrim contains subtly pro-LGBTQ plus messaging, contains subtly pro-DEI messaging, homosexual marriage options. An NPC in Whiterun asks you whether the sight of a strong Nord woman offends you. Optional homoeroticism. What the fuck is this? What? Sims 4 overtly pro-LGBTQ. This is so. How much of a fucking loser do you have to be to use this? Alex Jones, NWO Wars. 100 likes on this video and I'll play Alex Jones NWO Wars. I will pirate it. I will pirate it if it is, if it costs money. Among Us, overtly pro LGBTQ plus messaging. What the fuck is this? I'm in shock. How are you such a loser? Bunch of no woke content. That's what we like to see. God, if there's pronoun picker in my game, I'm actually going to lose it. The life and suffering of Sir Brante. Whoa. Binding of Isaac contains overtly pro-LGBTQ plus messaging, according to designer Edmund McGillen. Eden is non-binary, Rainmaker and Hornfell are both gay, and Isaac is gender fluid. I think this was a joke by the designer to make fun of people like this. Fallout 2, a post-nuclear role-playing game. This was in 1998. I don't think there were any woke games in 1998. I just don't see how you can be such a loser. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition contains subtly pro-DEI messaging. The Return of Rome DLC adds female villagers who are shown in historically inaccurate roles, performing labor tasks like mining and construction alongside men. No! How could women do work? Women don't do work. Women cook the food, and the men do the work. We won't have this. I just don't see how someone could be this miserable. Like looking for just looking for things to be upset about. I feel sorry for these people. Doki Doki Literature Club. A major character expresses romantic attraction to the player despite not knowing whether you're male or female. Monica reveals she's a vegetarian because she believes the carbon footprint of raising livestock is unbelievable. If you're a vegetarian, you're woke. I don't see how someone could be this sad of a person. I feel sorry for these people for being so sad. What the fuck? Why would you make this? This is too long. How long is this? Scroll down to this is 1,589 games listed. 98% of them are woke. Let me see how many of them are recommended. Oh, okay, no, they have a lot of. They have 400 recommended games, 328 grey area games, and 860 don't recommend the games. Microsoft Flight Simulator uses unlabeled presets during character customization, despite white males being about 90% of pilots. The presets are overwhelmingly options for people of color. This is insane. Alright, this is so epic. Thank you for watching this video. 1 like equals 1 more pronoun. And if I get 100 likes on this video, I will be playing the fucking, what was it called? The Alex Jones NWO game. So yeah. These guys are losers. Don't be like these guys. See ya.